Who is this? It's Jerry Krause, the vice president of the NBA champions, who drafts players, negotiates contracts, and gambles on chemistry. As the man responsible for bringing together this most dominant, charismatic team, Krause himself is entirely unathletic and anti-charismatic.
In all honesty, if you look at the guy, as far as basketball players are concerned, you tend to think, well, this guy can't know what he's talking about.
Everybody knows that Jerry was not an athlete, but you know, if that were the case, if you had to be an athlete to be a good appraiser of talent, then that would mean you'd probably have to have had a whole lot of surgery performed on you to be a good surgeon.
Nobody disputes Krause's nifty knack for finding big-time talent in low-bottom places. Indeed, he made his reputation as a vagabond scout, simultaneously in basketball and baseball. His discoveries include Tony La Russa, Earl Monroe, Wes Unseld, and most recently Scottie Pippen. All the while, Krause shambled about, a DeVito among the divine, a slovenly, disheveled gnome whose eating habits would later cause players to call him Crumbs. Krause's M.O. came from his passion for CIA-like secrecy, earning him another nickname ripped off the stage of a Broadway mystery, the Sleuth.
Jerry had his own style, so to speak. Kind of slide in the back door and lean up against the wall and watch a game from a different perspective and slide out, not wanting anyone to know that he was there.
Jerry's reputation as a sleuth or a spy is underplayed, if anything. This guy has put on hats and raincoats and slid in and out of places.
He wears his Bulls shirts inside out sometimes when we're on the road because he doesn't want people to know that he's, scouting for the team. I always think, why wear a Bulls shirt at all? Why don't you wear a regular shirt right side out?
I'm sure that he might even believe Michael Jordan's a secret in his own mind.
This is the Bulls' state-of-the-art practice facility. This is how the media watch the Bulls practice. Obviously, they don't. The Bulls call this a policy. Others call it paranoia. In the Jerry Krause guide, this is the way to build world champions.
We're a little secretive. We're certainly secretive in the things we do, but I found that that's the only way we can operate.
Some of the old baseball scouts that he really admired in the old days told him to never reveal your hand. Now he's taken that to, some of us think, to a ridiculous level. But on the other hand, look at his track record.
Krause's record has not prevented a bitter feud with the Chicago media. Not surprising, given his secrecy, aloofness, and grating personality. Krause's ongoing sour relationships with Bulls stars Jordan and Pippen, Jordan over power and control, Pippen about feelings and finances, are more strained. This has made Krause a pariah in his own home precincts.
If you loved Michael Jordan, it's almost as though you had to hate Jerry Krause.
It doesn't affect me now. Did it then? Somewhat, because obviously there's nobody in the world who doesn't take pride in what he does, and I'm proud. I have 4 world championship rings. Not many people in the history of this game can ever say that.
Bulls championships, however, are hardly credited to Krause, but to the brilliant Jordan and to Jackson. Whether Krause's relationship with Jordan is repaired, Jordan won't say.
Michael's changed. We all do. And I think he understands now that we think we know what we have to do to build this team and to keep it going.
Right now, our object is to go out and play the game of basketball. His responsibility is to try to perform and prepare us for the future. And we can never take that away from him. That's his responsibility. That's Jerry Reinsdorf's responsibility.
Krause's more pressing concern is Jackson. Jordan says if Jackson doesn't return next year, neither will he.
Jerry started the negotiations last year with me, which was, I told him a mistake because he shouldn't get involved. General managers don't get paid what coaches get paid. It's difficult for that type of thing to go on, but because I had an agent, and this organization particularly doesn't like agents working with coaches, Jerry was forced into that role as an agent for the owner.
All of Chicago may slump into deep mourning when Jordan ultimately exits stage sky high. But Krause is itching for a chance to prove himself once again, to come full circle from the ridicule to the sublime.
I seem to remember some comments when Michael retired from from Jerry that he said that his dream is to win a championship without Michael. And so obviously there's a sort of a personal challenge.
And Michael himself has said, well, you're really looking forward to being without me and to trying to win without me. And I've said, Michael, that's my job. When you leave, I just can't die and roll over and leave. I've got to try and win when you're gone.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.